Hi, welcome to my summer squat challenge. Here we are going to build our strongest squat. We are starting today, week 1, day 1. Get ready. It's all about glutes and squats. Here we're starting with a hip thrust, 4 rounds, 12 reps, 10, 8, and 15 reps. With every set, I want you to try to get heavier and heavier. And that last set, 15 reps, try to go heavier than what you started with. Here's our hip thrust. We go from a 90-degree hip angle, squeeze your booty all the way up to a straight line. Feet are shoulder width apart and keep squeezing that booty. We are going to superset that hip thrust with a sumo good morning into a sumo squat. A superset means you do 2 exercises back to back with minimal rest in between exercises, but rest in between your sets. So from our hip thrust, we're going straight into our sumo good morning into a sumo squat. We have 4 rounds, 12, 10, 8, and 15 reps. Again, with each set, try to get heavier. And on that last set, make sure to drop the weight to hit 15 reps. Get into sumo stance, which means your feet are going to be wider than your shoulders, toes pointing out, and your neck is neutral with your spine. Here's our good morning. You're going to make sure that your knees stay right over your ankles and hip hinge your booty back, and then drop into that squat. Again, good morning is a hip hinge, drop into that squat, and on both of them, make sure you're squeezing your booty to stand up tall. Squeeze that booty and stand up tall. Let's get into our second superset. We're starting with a deadlift. We have 4 rounds, 12, 10, 8, and 15 reps. We are pulling the weight all the way from the floor to stand up tall. Your knees stay stacked right over your ankles and your hips hinge back, and squeeze that weight to stand up tall. Making sure our shoulders are back and our spine is flat. Let's superset those deadlifts with an elevated reverse lunge. We have 4 rounds and our reps are 12, 10, 8, and 15. Each leg, we are working one leg at a time to ensure the best form and work of one muscle. As you step back, make sure your chest is dropped right over your front leg, lengthening that front leg booty cheek, really working one leg at a time. That front leg is doing all the work, even though the back leg is the one moving. Good, switch those feet. Let's get right into that other leg. We lean forward, so we emphasize our booty doing most of the work here. Keep your knee back over your ankle. If you see that your front knee is going over your toes, just pull it back and be very mentally aware of where your front knee is. You want to keep all the resistance and the weight in your glutes here. And that back leg is nearly touching the floor. Get a long range of motion here. I can feel the burn. You got this, lady. Let's get into our last superset. We have a hamstring curl. We're going 3 rounds, 10 reps. Make sure your quads are all the way on the pad and your knees are just off the pad. With your feet parallel and your toes flexed, squeeze all the way up to your booty and lengthen back down. Feel that control, squeeze into your hamstring and let it release all the way back down. Controlled, long range of motion here. My hamstrings are on fire. Here is our last exercise. Right after those hamstrings, let's jump into assisted step-ups. 3 rounds, 10 reps each leg. It is a very long step-up, so we are accentuating our booties, making them work, burning them out. Our first exercise here of the challenge is a deadly one. I hope you're sweating, feeling the burn, and feeling good. Hang on to it because it will be worth it at the end of the 6 weeks. Stepping all the way up and down. If this is a little too high for you, you can hit your step up wherever you feel your best range of motion. Way to crush your first exercise together.